around here. And, another Lord first of the fire rider.
So you're part of the team, man?
Oh no, I just come say good day to the boys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Turn up at the right time.
Excuse to get some two-stroke or...
Yeah.
That's it. What's the best, what do you guys say the best two-stroke is here in NZ?
We use the Marshall product. Yeah, it's pretty well tested and yeah, you get good results. So.
I've seen a lot of that around in just about all the shops. They're all into Marshall here. Yeah, not much pen run. Yeah.
Primary and secondary rail. This one will be dry sump, external dry sump. The four-rider here is going over to Indonesia. It's set up on most of our four-rider packages with a wet sump. And yeah, just the conventional wraparound intake with high flow rams.
So NA, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you done any turbo? Any turbo 4 or 6?
Yep.
Stuff?
Yeah, you would have seen Mike's twin turbo MX5 that we did. We've also done one for a jet boat, which was pretty cool. Yeah, we've done a lot of different stuff. So.
How do you think the 6-rotor Benji 6-rotor would go with 3 turbos on that, being the length of the E-shaft?
I think it'd go pretty good.
What sort of numbers do you think it'd get? Like seriously, because of flex and everything, and even the your rods and everything. Help me out, guys, with what I'm saying.
3 volts.
The 3 volts, yeah, help me out really. In terms of flex and everything, like what do you sort of?
Yeah, so it's obviously untested territory, so it's hard for us to know how reliable it's going to be. But we do have one in the works at the moment. So
what's that?
Yeah, a turbo 6-rotor.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay. How many turbos?
When's enough power?
So what's that?
It's enough.
Yeah, most likely ethanol. That's what we're running in Benji's.
So E85, yeah.
Yeah. And other things that come into play, like finding suitable computers to drive.
I could imagine back in the day that would have been difficult to.
Yeah. A big thing is keeping the engine balanced. So yeah, particularly with the 5-rotor.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
More so than the 6.
Like experimenting with different firing orders and different positions on the counterweights and things like that. And then you obviously run into having enough room to accommodate some of these things.
Yes. Yes. Well, I don't want to talk about a Tesla, but I'm trying to put a Tesla and it actually does fit in really neat, but we're not here for that. Okay, so so the 4-rotor, I want to talk about the RX4 6-rotor, the one up on the wall there. Was that how many times?
So pretty much all of these types of builds will run our own manifolds.
What about RX8, REW conversions? Have you done any of those yet at all?
Yeah, we've been doing quite a few of them. Becoming quite popular, particularly with the RX8. So, starting to get a bit tired or need a rebuild. It's a good time to update those. So we've been doing. Yep. Yeah. I'll take some to Southern National. Yeah, so right.
It's a good start. It's a good start. You started the car.
Not a good start, eh?
Fuck no. Fucking, he's got a mean camera on the back, eh?
Settled for a
Where's our
1300
car?
discount by R100s. We'll
Oh,
love
Steve's
them.
on
No
one.
one wants to part with them. They're just not around in the country anyway.
Yeah.
So this is actually quite a well-known car in the rotary scene in New Zealand. This is low. Well, originally, the
Low Rotor.
made this.
Low road.
That was
Steve, yeah.
That was the plate that became
What was
known.
it used for back in the day? Like cruiser, hill
Yeah, it was street car / skid car. But
Mean.
everyone remembers it from back in the day. Yeah, so it's in good nick. So I purchased it from, I think it sort of changed hands twice after Steve had it. And then, so I got it from a guy in Nelson. Went down and picked that up and brought it back and slowly been ticking away on it. It came with a freshly built 13B turbo. Yeah, so it was already tubbed.
It looks like it's a work in progress.
Work in progress. It's actually not that much.
Now, you look like another case of OCD going on here. Yep. I know what I'm looking at here. So this is a work in progress. You're going to make it new.
I've made a bit of just a fake drop tank and then sort of fuel cell on that, which is nice and easy, but also looks good.
Everyone's taking the old drag cars and everything, they bring them back to the street. Is that a fair sort of?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have any aspiration to make mega numbers down the strip, but I'll probably get the bug once I do put it down there. I can see that happening in a way I'll be. So,
Okay, so you're
but definitely going
to
to be street car as well. Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep, street car.
Wow,
No
that
problem, right?
stance on the tyres, man. That's...
Yeah, went to like a slightly fatter tyre. You know?
What sort of rim is that? That looks like a
That's
like
just
a
basically a
drift?
truck. That's a truck. That's like a
Yeah, Hilux one.
That's $100 SUV rim.
Can you tell me actually what it is? What
So
the
it's a
offset-
15-inch, 15 by 10 with a minus 44
Where do you get it from? Where do
offset. I can't remember, bought that somewhere in Auckland.
Yeah, you want something a little bit light.
Used to go.
This is take your time. This is live action.
So proper built. That's the one.
So how are you going to? Because that's what's that, stainless or alloy?
It's just aluminium, yeah.
Okay, so you'll just leave it like that, and it'll just sit neat, and maybe do some painting or something in there.
Yeah, so it sits like that, and it'll probably be black. You know, might put some carpet or something in there.
That's really well built. The tubs look as if they're doing really well done.
Yeah, they've done nicely. You know, got the radius and not full 44-gallon drum spec, but they're good. So remember, someone built it in Nelson.
So Series 6 top hat, and it looks like what? Series 6
This block.
bottom as well. Yeah.
Yep,
Low
don't know much
intake
about
as well.
the turbo. I'm not sure. It's not huge. I'm not sure what's off. Yeah. So I have no idea what power it's going to make, but I'm suspicious it's not going to be massive.
I'm guessing pump gas as well. Or you get?
Yep. No, it'll be
Okay. Okay. And interior wise, what are you sort of thinking with that?
It's not going to be too much. I've gone for an aluminium dash. Whether or not I line that with suede or something or leather, whatever, I don't know. Again, still not full drag spec, so I don't mind a bit of interior, bit of a centre console maybe. It's running a Toyota 154 box, so just in the process of offsetting the tail shaft housing to just pull the gear lever back, and then I'll make a centre console around it, and throw a bit of carpet in there again. Nothing too fancy, but
Are you going to do all the wiring and everything yourself here?
yeah, either here or even PPRE, which you've just come from, so I'll get them to wire everything up.
I
So
rate this garage.
Yeah, it's changed up a lot since it was out and about.
Jeez.
I love that colour.
I can't leave it. It's alright.
That's it's a BF Falcon green, actually. So, and so I painted that. I don't know. I
Told you.
I was under the car for like 17 years,
Pretty gangster, eh?
yeah. But
What is it? What chassis am I looking at?
808.
so 808 wagon, yeah. It's got the RX3 front. It's all been converted that way. It only ever had 12AJ port, and then I changed that. So built car, I bought it probably, I don't know, 16, 17 years ago, and then built it myself. So I changed everything up, repainted it, but kept it pretty standard sort of build.
3/4 chassis, yeah?
Yeah, so that was all originally, and then I drove it for years. Just drove it around the country, drove it to shows, did all that. Just had 13-inch models on it, Eagers, all that sort of stuff.
What are those called? What rims are they called?
So there's a SSR Oh, I can't remember now.
You boys know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got this. I think I'm going to end up with 15s. I don't know why. It's just my thought. Just fill the yards a bit better, but the full independent rear.
right. Like it sits nice on the. You've got enough travel,
Yeah.
road clearance as well.
Yeah, it's just the look, but it does help it get low too on the 14s. But yeah. So it's all the diff. Sorry.
Yeah, the diff setup is.
That's just that's an R33 Scotland diff. I based so I made there's a subframe bolted up there just like it would in a Scotland or an S chassis. So that's I made that all out of tube rather than using it because I need it. It's 250 mil narrow.
Yeah. What was it with that diff setup that you went for the Skyline? Because you've got everything to suit it.
Yeah, it was easy to because I needed to base the geometry on something to make it easy to make paint because this is going to be a road legal car.
Yep.
So it's easier to deal with LVVTA when you're talking custom suspension setups with its geometry that's been proven on another car. So if I can prove that that's Nissan suspension geometry, then I'm halfway there.
Uh-huh.
So I based it on that and used aftermarket Nissan arms, GK Tech, and yeah, so that's basically how I came to do that, just a bit different.
Are you going to do the painting on this as well?
There's two things I don't do. It's electrical and painting. I hate it, man.
Well, this guy's a panel beater. Yeah, he loves it.
No, I love it. Yeah.
Sitting in the shed sanding, just no way.
So engine-wise, what are we going to do up here? Is it going to be big block, PP,
PP, 20B PP. I'm just a fan of PPs, particularly. I mean, 20B just sounds amazing, even turbo or not, or non-turbo. But yeah, just a fan of the PP.
short block?
Yeah, short block.
That's what it's at, yeah.
Availability, short block, easier fit. Yeah.
That's
So
excellent.
yeah, HGT box. So again, another dream. Have a sequential 6-speed sequential, which would be very cool.
Oh, yeah, of course it's covered up because they're magnificent looking boxes.
Yeah, that's right. They're all machine built.
Yeah, they look, yeah. Are you going to have a show piece or are you going to have to enclose all that?
Yeah, we're gonna close it. So these are these strut tops here. You can see it's all going to be part of it welded to the top. So I cut the guts out at the top.
See that? Yeah.
Made these, designed it so you can have the two-way adjustment because normally you just got one way. You can turn it caster or camber, but you lose one to be able to adjust the other. So at least this one can go both ways. So I've got full adjustment that way, and I've got this much adjustment caster.
And that's going to affect the stance as well, yeah?
Yeah, I can, and then when I lower, I've got a bit more adjustment to bring it back into line easily. So I don't have to sacrifice the adjustment of a caster or camber. I can have both.
It's going to still be a wet sump, is it, or?
Yeah, that's just some just temporary at the moment, but it will be wet sump. Unless someone wants to sponsor me a dry sump.
Nice, bro. Can't wait to visit you when it's up and running.